We're traveling to the land of Absurdia, a land full of unique misfits and misfit heroes. In this game, you are recruiting a team of these misfits to claim influence points and to complete quests.
Hi everyone, this is Ben from Ben and Danielle Reviews.
And I'm Sharita.
And today we got for you Misfit Heroes sent to us by AEG, so a big thank you to them.
Thank you
for sending us this game to show off for you review. Let's go down to the table, give you a brief overview on how to play this game, and then we'll come back up to the table here and give our thoughts on this game. So in Misfit Heroes, we have this deck here, which of these cards, there's 2 cards. And when you first get the game, you're going to sleeve it up. You're going to take one of these cards here, which are attributes, and take a type of creature, and you're just going to combine them together. Put the clear card in front of the other card, and you're going to make a misfit. It's going to have an attribute and a type, and you're going to see here there's going to be these red ones, which are monsters. There's going to be these blue ones here, which are heroes, and then there's also going to be some that have attributes of both, which are going to be called misfits. And you're going to be recruiting this gang of them to your team. You're going to have up to 16. You're going to be making a 4x4 grid, starting with the bottom left here, and then going orthogonally adjacent to wherever you placed before, up to a 4x4 grid of them. One's gonna have a cost to it. Some are gonna have 1 number. Some of them are gonna have 2 numbers. If there's 2 numbers, you're gonna add the 2 together. You're gonna start out with 5 cards, some coins. On your turn, you can do one of 4 things. You can recruit a hero. So from your hand, you start out with 5. You can have up to 8 cards total in your hand, and you can recruit one. So say I have these cards in my hand, I can recruit a hero. So that I'm going to add up the number, and that's how much it's going to cost. That's how many of these coins I need to pay for my own supply back to the bank to play said card. And some of them have abilities on them. Some of them have costs to them. Some of them like that have cost to them. And there are even some that are going to be like this, which are going to be end of game points. Score 7 points if you have 5 heroes in play. So that's the first thing you can do, is play a hero card. The second option you can do is just simply gain 10 coins. Those coins will help you buy more characters. The other option will be to gain one of these influences. There's 3 different types of influences in the game. There's mountain, forest, and water. I'll show you how those are helpful in just a second. And you can have up to 8 influence of each color. And then the last thing you can do is discard cards. So if you don't like the cards in your hand, you can discard some cards. You can discard up to however many you have in your hand, and you can also discard 0, but however many you discard will determine how many you draw, because you always draw 2 plus the number you discard. So say this is my hand, and I discard these 2 cards. I'm going to be drawing 4 cards. Had I not discarded any cards from my hand, I would have just drawn 2 cards. At the end of every turn, you are going to be looking and seeing what influence you have in front of you, these influence tokens. If you have 6 of one type, or you have 2 of each, you can turn them in, because there's these tokens here, these quest tokens. And I'll show you what they look like. They start at 12 and work your way down. That first person to claim one will get the highest number, and then the next person 11, and so on. And you can claim more than 1 of each type, but you can only claim 1 per turn. So this one, you turn in 6 waters to get this one. 6 forest gets you this one. 6 mountain gets you this one. And then this one is 2 of each. And that one does not cost an action. That's going to be something you automatically check for and can turn in at the end of your turn. But you can only do 1. It's very important. You can only do 1 per turn. And you And then at the end, after that, you are going to discard down, because you can't be too greedy, so you can't have more than 8 cards in your hand. You can't have more than 8 influence of each color, and you can't have more than 80 of these coins. And play continues clockwise until one person completes an entire grid of 16. So, kind of just show you. And you're going to add up all your points. So, how points work is these quest tokens are going to be worth their point value. Most of these heroes are worth 1 coin, 1 point apiece. Aside from the ones that have end of game victory points, those are going to have a modular score to them. You're going to also get points for your tokens here. These tokens that you have are going to be 1 point apiece. And then you're also going to get 1 point for every 10 coins you have left over. Then whoever has the most points is the winner. And that's how you play Misfit Heroes.
Now that Ben did a wonderful overview of the game, let's get down to business.
All right. So just a heads up real quick. This game was sent to us by AEG to review, but they did not give us any sort of money or other things to review it, and all of our opinions on this game are our own.
Yes, that's a good point. And we are so thankful. What a great game. I got to play for the second time today, and let me tell you, like, after the first play, it was good, but my rating went up after the second play for sure.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I was just gonna mention the card crafting system that they've been using for a couple games now, where they've been using the clear cards and putting the clear cards in sleeves and making infinite replayability with their games.
I think that was beautifully said. I agree with that. In however you said that word.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking about saying, but I just couldn't put it in those words.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and.
It kind of reminds me, like with the whole transparency cards and what Ben said, of one of my favorite games called Canvas. Except these cards are being in this game. You're presetting them.
Mm-hmm.
And in Canvas, you're doing that during the game. So, Ben already said that there's infinite ways to say it again.
Replayability.
Yes, and that's one thing I like a lot. And it's all random. And if you have extra time on your hands, you can even rearrange them before playing the next game, which we did not do. I like that in this game there's lots of cards and you have many choices of what you can play. One of my strategies here was to gain influence tokens, and those are forests?
Yep.
Water tokens, and what's the other one?
The mountains.
The mountains.
Yep.
And so when you collect a certain amount of those, you can grab these influences, or quests that give you like 12 points, 10 points, and that helps a big time, because I think that's how I won this last game.
Mm-hmm.
But also I got lucky, and so one of my human cards, which is blue, said that if I count 2 points for every beast in the largest group, and that I had 8 beasts, which are the red cards, connected, and that gave me 16 points. And then I also had a human card that said gain 7 points if you have at least 4 beasts. So I like that some of the cards do that, like where humans help with beasts and etc. Then you also have the Misfits, which is we're taking a human and a beast and putting it together. But yeah, when I first played this game, I rated it at 8.5, and now it's definitely a 9. And I could see this will definitely make my top 100 for sure.
I enjoyed that there wasn't like one clear-cut strategy for this game. There were different ways to score points and win the game. So there's obviously the strategy of rushing to get as many characters down as possible to make it so your opponents can't recruit as many characters as they may want to.
That's what you did to me, right?
Not necessarily. I was just going at a different pace as you, because players can play at different paces playing cards because there's different actions and things you can do on your turn. Other thing is there's so many different synergies and strategies with the different types of characters and the different strategy, like the different types of cards that you can play, and like making groups of different cards touching each other. There's some that want you to collect sets of like different types of characters, or some that will involve you getting these influence tokens, which will help you claim these quests. Early on in the game, getting these quests early on will get you more points than later on.
Oh yeah, definitely, because like when you complete if you're the first one to complete the quest, then it's like 12 points, and if you're the second one, it's like 10 points, and it keeps getting lower.
Yeah.
I also, I forgot to mention, sorry to cut you
Go
off,
ahead.
as you said. So you're completing a 4x4 grid. However, Ben completed his grid before mine, and so it gave me one last turn. I think I only had 13 cards.
Yeah.
But I got lucky with the human card saying collect a certain amount of beasts. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was done. I just had
to. You had a lot of those like quest tiles that helped you. Plus, you had a couple of objectives that scored you a good amount of points, which you were building up a group of like characters together, and that scored you a lot of points. I also like how in this game there, with more players, it doesn't really add to the length of the game much, because all the turns are just quick, snappy. You're doing one of 4 different things on your turn, and then you're activating effects. And then you're checking to see if you can claim a quest, and then it's the next player's turn. And you, with more players, there's no real like supply of cards you're taking from. You're just drawing from the top of the deck, so there's no analysis paralysis of deciding, what card do I want to take for my next turn, because you don't really have that option. You're just drawing a card from the deck, which I think adds to the snappiness of the turns for this game.
What a great game. I really, really love it. I really love it. I think that this is it's a different game from a lot of the games I've played.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for something different in your collection, I highly recommend this.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just so thankful that they sent us this game. Like, we're honored. But yeah, definitely, it's a must-have in your collection.
I think this might be my favorite Phil Walker Harding game so far. I played probably a dozen or so of his other games, and I think this one's probably my favorite of the ones so far. He just does with every game that he designs, he just takes a mechanic, a board game mechanic, and he basically strips it down bare bones in a way that makes that accessible for anyone to get into. Like he did that with Sushi Go with card drafting, and he did that with Baron Park and Polyominoes. He does this with engine building and taking the card crafting system that AEG has been doing, and just made this very accessible and good for basically anyone. It has the strategy for the hardcore gamers, and well as has the simplicity for new gamers and gamers that don't want such a heavy game experience.
That was beautifully said. Like the way you gave your review, your descriptions, analysis paralysis, the rhyming, and then saying some words that I can't pronounce. I think that was wonderful.
Because I use big words.
Well, I mean, I understood them, but I just can't repeat how to say them.
Sure.
I hope you should keep this in the video.
And one more thing I wanted to mention, with the games like AEG, they tend to keep their games at an accessible price point. This one is $39.99 is the retail price, so, and you get a lot of cards and a lot of replayability in the box, I think, for your money with this one. So it's definitely one that I think is worth picking up, and it's definitely one that I can see myself playing for years to come.
Definitely. Affordable, eh?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I keep interrupting Ben. I just have the attention span of a goldfish.
Yeah. What do you want to add to?
I think I've done enough interrupting.
Okay.
And giving my 2 cents. So I think I don't got anything else for you.
Okay. I think a lot of the characters and the art. What do you think of that?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, they really mashed like characteristics of like jobs and occupations with these characters and these beasts that you might not necessarily see in real life, and you combine them with these humans and these human characteristics to make for a quite an interesting gaming experience, and that doesn't feel too zany, but it doesn't. But there's still some good options, I would say.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for watching. Let us know in the comments if you picked up this picked up this game, what your thoughts are about this game, and yeah, just any feedback. Thank you all so much.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.
Toodles.